I've always said that all it takes is one person to believe, and that person is you. And the moment you start to believe is that's when the opportunity begins for you.
Nothing stops me as long as the airports are open. That's how I make sure the hustle is ongoing.
The airport's got to stay open.
That's it.
And you tell them, catch you in the air.
That is it. That's it. We're not catching feelings, but we're catching flights. Whatever you do in life, whether it's what we do in our field or any field, any genre in life, if you lead with pure intentions, you're going to get what you want.
Talking, your body's calling. Tell me to show you how I can make you proud.
I am so excited for this episode. I mean, for so many reasons. But I'm going to kick it off here for those that are just tuning in. We are just getting started. Welcome back to Level Up Radio, Season 2.
Yay, that's amazing.
Yay! And if you listen to season 1, you already know what we do here. We talk about life, we talk about music and everything in between. And of course, we level up. And for this episode, I am so excited to be joined by a woman of many talents. She is a singer, a dancer, an actress, and an international superstar. And she's my friend, my girl, Nora Fatehi.
Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
Yes, welcome. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. This is huge.
Yay. Oh my gosh, this is honestly exciting. And you know, the show is called Level Up Radio, and I feel like having you on my show is a level up.
Thank you. Oh,
Okay.
You're so kind. No, I'm really excited to be here. This is a big one. I feel like everything that's going to come out of today's episode is going to be incredible.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's going to be amazing. And so something that I always do in the beginning of the show, I love kicking this off, especially for season 2. I like starting off every episode with an intention. Okay, and so my intention is that, and I want to hear yours. My intention is that I'm building an empire.
Okay.
That's like my intention, like staying focused, committed to the dreams and the goals that I have and I write down. And it has been quite the journey since day one, but I'm building an empire. What would you, and I feel like I honestly kind of crafted that because I knew you were coming on the show and I know that you are a woman that's building an empire too.
Correct. Yes.
Would you say that's right?
100% building a legacy, an empire, and essentially breaking stereotypes. I feel that our industry, whether it's in the West or over there where I'm at in India, it's all the same, really. It's the same industry. We deal with the same stereotypes, barriers, obstacles, and I really want to break all of those, kind of do something different. I want to break the glass ceiling. I want to prove a point, and essentially create an empire for many people who will come after me.
Yeah. Honestly, I think you're doing a phenomenal job. I think you are setting a new standard for just how you express yourself through your art, you know, how you, your music travels everywhere. It's not just in one region. And I know we're going to get into more of the background of you, which I'm excited to dive into. But first of all, I love your new video.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you.
Your newest single, right?
It's the newest single. We just dropped it. It's actually a really interesting single. It's a remake of an already successful song called Tetema that released about probably 6 years ago in Tanzania in Swahili by Diamond Platinum and Rayvani.
Yeah.
And you just did a track with Diamond called Low. This is a huge one for both of us.
It's major.
And a big moment for East African artists for sure.
Oh, it's massive.
And I actually, my first ever international single as a singer was called Pipita, which I did with Rayvani, an East African singer.
Oh, so cool.
And at that time, he released Tetema, and I was like really obsessed with that song. I'm like, this is such a vibe.
Yeah.
And I'd invited him to one of my concerts in Dubai, and he came as a guest. We performed Pipita, but then we also performed Tetema, even though it wasn't my song.
Yeah.
But I was kind of probably low-key manifesting that I do a song similar to that.
Yeah.
And then this year, we got the opportunity to remake it with him. And another singer called Shreya. She's also an Indian singer. So she sang the Hindi part, I sang the English part, and he sang the Swahili part. So it's essentially a very multicultural project.
That's incredible.
It's incredible. So it's out now. O Mama Tetema in Swahili means girl shake it, you know. So it's pretty much about dancing and it's the vibes, yeah.
So good. Well, I'm excited. You and I, like we said, we're both in our Swahili bags.
Yes.
And that is major. And we've talked about creating our own empires, which is very, very important to both of us ladies. And honestly, you are really doing it. Like,
Thank you.
you know, what I love about you is that you do it all. You sing, you dance, you act. What I also want to talk about right now is music and the process of making it.
Right.
So what is the process like for you? How does Nora make her music? You know, obviously you're an artist more ways than one. And, you know, you just have like so many colors and layers to you. This is my perspective on you.
I love it. No, this is incredible. It really humbles me. It also makes me feel almost like accomplished to know that there's so many people like you who are iconic and have realized these small details. It's huge. I mean, I've worked all my life for this moment, and music came to me at a time where I had already kind of made it in Bollywood as a performer and as an artist, in terms of cinema, in terms of dancing, but music wasn't really a part of the whole Bollywood plan. And so I made a conscious decision to make sure that as an independent artist, I make music in English so I can branch out internationally. So I became an independent artist in 2019, released my first track then. So the process for me when it comes to music is really random. Either people send me music and I kind of like vibe with it and then I decide to put it together, or I sit in the studio with producers and writers and magic happens there. But it's only been 5-6 years now that I'm into music as a singer. So I'm learning on the way. I'm still trying to get comfortable in the studio, trying to get comfortable giving my ideas, sitting with writers, probably adding stuff here and there as a writer too. But it's not, when you put me in a dance studio, it's different. I feel like I own the place. I know what's about to happen. I'm taking charge. I'm the captain of the ship. Right now, when you put me in a studio to make music, I still feel like a baby. You know, I'm growing, I'm learning. It's a fun time for me right now. I would say the last 1 year, I felt more confident as a singer, more confident in the studio, experimenting with my voice, trying to find where I land. When I did the record with Jason Derulo Snake, which I released in Jan, which Tommy Brown produced, that was essentially the first time I would say that my music kind of traveled globally. And that kind of like shook me up a bit. I'm like, okay, wait, this is actually happening. It's real. So I need to really sit down and take this seriously. Not that I didn't before, but now I can see where my vision is going. And it's essentially to cross over. It's essentially to bring two worlds together. The Eastern world, which is India, Morocco, Middle East, and of course the US and Canada, because I'm Canadian essentially. But it's crazy. Right now, I'm just in the studio and I'm just trying to find myself.
Yeah, that's so good. I think that's a beautiful story. I think that so many people can relate to that. You know, we all start somewhere. When I first began, like I didn't have any training to do what I did.
Same. Yeah, but doesn't that scare you? Like, I mean, not now, obviously not now, but like at that time.
Then, well, you know, you definitely feel really vulnerable.
Yeah,
right?
That's
because
the word, yeah.
all the things that were happening to me was happening in real time in front of the world. So like my very first big performance was on the stage called 106 in Park.
I remember, yeah.
And so that was like being a fish out of water. Like, whoa, like I didn't have tons of performances before that happened. I had like showcases, but I didn't necessarily have the run where you're doing shows all over.
Right, because then at least you like prep yourself.
Yeah, no, it was all new. So I can relate to you in reference to finding your comfort zones in certain spaces. And, you know, when I hear you speak, it sounds like dance is like your superpower.
It is. But you know what's crazy? Like, dance isn't something I learned. So I'm not even professionally trained. Yeah. I just taught myself through the journey. And I used it as a USP to get myself through the door into many situations. Dance is something that like I did with my friends in high school for fun. Yeah. You know, we taught each other, you know, you watch YouTube videos, you pick up stuff from there. Yeah. And in my community, I'm from Jane and Finch in Toronto, which is like known as the hood of Toronto. Yep. That's where we danced, on the streets.
Yeah, in the streets.
You know, and that's my training.
Yeah.
But you would never think that that's the kind of training that would land you up in Bollywood.
Oh my gosh, no, it's major, but it's funny because same story for me. I was never trained. My dad taught me how to dance in the living room, and I learned how to dance when we would go to the skating rinks in Atlanta.
Right,
like the skating rinks was such a big thing culturally.
Yeah.
That was the link up. You had Dollar Night Wednesdays. You know, I'd be up in the skating rink learning how I'm more on the ground than versus the skates.
Right, for
having
sure.
Dance battles, trying to figure out how to even do that, which I'm like, how does this go? Like, what am I supposed to do when I stand in front of her? I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
she's gonna do her move. I'm gonna do my move. Like there was a whole like process.
Yeah. I only saw
know-
that stuff on You Got Served. So
Yeah, so and I probably got served a couple of times, honestly, trying to like find my way. But I think the greatest thing from hearing what you're saying is that you tried.
I tried, and I never took no for an answer.
Yes.
Like when I moved from Toronto to India, I was like 22. And at that time, I was just dancing as an amateur artist for like events and like birthdays and weddings, for like a restaurant here, a restaurant there. And I think that was a time that I taught myself the ability to present myself in front of an audience as a performer, maybe not a skilled performer, but a performer at that time. And I took that, and when I went to India, I went to India for acting. I didn't go to do music or dancing. I went for acting. And the doors weren't opening because I was an Indian. It was tough. The industry is very difficult to crack, especially if you're from outside. And I think I was just really driven to prove a point and to kind of combat that challenge. And I'm like, okay, so how do I do it? How do I do it? You know what? I studied the industry. I felt that there was a void when it came to dance. So it's like, let me try to fill that void through whatever dance I know. Yeah. And that time I thought I was outstanding. I thought I was like, watch me move. Like nobody can move like me. But now that I see my videos from that time, it was ridiculous. I was so bad. But I believed in myself so much that I feel like I coaled people around me to think that I'm that good because I had so much confidence. But not just that, I was eager to learn. I was eager to improve myself. I was eager to usher in new genres into the industry, which gave me an upper hand. And I think that's what made me different from other people at that time, whether it was belly dance or Afro or hip hop. I was ready to show different sides to me. And that was a time in Bollywood, which I'm so grateful to be a part of. It was a time of evolution. So they were ready for change. They were ready to see something new. And I used dance to essentially open the doors for me, even though I wasn't trained, but dance came as like a God. Like God sent it to me. I don't know how. One day I woke up and I'm like, I can dance. It's insane. So, and now I still use dance to open up doors for me till today.
Yeah, no, it's a big part of your identity, right? It's so powerful. But I love when you talk about the power of believing in yourself, because I'm really big on that. I've always said that all it takes is one person to believe, and that person is you. And the moment you start to believe that's when the opportunity begins for you.
Yes, for sure.
And so hearing you say like you believed in yourself so much that you corral people around you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, it's not easy. And I think you could relate to this. It's not easy to start from the bottom and build the empire, because on the way while you build the empire, you will meet a lot of people who will say no to you. And not only no, they will say no to you and kill your confidence and your aura. By the time, they'll try. By the time they're done with you, you feel like, what am I even doing? So how do you navigate that? How do you maneuver around that? And I think the only thing that got me around all of that negativity and the noise was confidence. That's it. Nothing else, because there's always going to be someone more talented than you, prettier than you, better than you in so many aspects. But it's that self-confidence that allows people to understand that with that comes work ethic, with that comes self-belief, determination, passion. I think that's what set me apart from everybody. And of course, I never feared a challenge. Never. Like I went to India as a non-Indian, not speaking Hindi. And when I landed, I was like, oh shit, I got to learn Hindi. Damn, okay. Let's do it. Why? Let's go. Let's do it. I learned the language. I have to kind of strip myself down and adapt to their environment. Let's do it. I was ready for all of that. And I think that taught me so much, taught me to respect people's cultures. It taught me to respect the fact that the world is bigger than Canada, or the world is bigger than America. Sometimes we're in our little bubble. We don't realize there's so much going on in the world, like so much music, dance, culture, cinema that we could learn from and to develop ourselves as greater artists.
Yeah, that's amazing. On this segment of the show, I'm going to say class is in session.
Yes.
Okay. And today we're doing the worldwide edition. It's only right because you were here, Nora.
Amazing.
Okay. So you are Canadian, Moroccan.
Yes.
You speak 5 different languages.
Yes.
English, Moroccan, Arabic, French, and Hindi.
Right,
That is
yeah.
crazy. You are truly global. So you got to put us up on game. We want to know, what are some cool songs that you've heard while traveling around the world?
Oh my God, who are you putting me on the spot? Well, I am an Afro girl. I listen to a lot of Afro music, whether it's from West Africa, East Africa. But I'm also really heavy into like Moroccan music. I think Moroccan artists are killing it these days. Arabic music, you know, Arabic is coming up right now. We're killing it. Hindi music, Punjabi music is doing its thing right now, especially, you know, our boys Diljit, Karan, Guru, all of them, they're really killing it right now. So I have no, like when it comes to music, I'll hear any type of music in any type of language. But yeah, right now I'm in my Afro bag.
Oh, so good. Yeah, I love Afro beats. I love soca. I love like all those vibes. You know, even if you come around to like the like the West Indies, like the
I mean, me and my best friend's here, but me and my girls, we grew up listening to dance hall. Yeah, so dance hall was a thing in Toronto. It still is. But we grew up listening to dance hall, a lot of hip hop, a lot of Afro, and then of course, you know, we also grew up watching Bollywood. Yeah. So Bollywood was a thing in our households. Even all my friends, my Somali and Kenyan friends, Bollywood was a thing. And but yeah, I mean, and I like to bring some of these influences into my work as much as I can.
Yeah, that kind of was leading me to my next question, because I was going to ask you, like, how does, you know, this type of music influence you or inspire you, like the global music and the sounds you're talking about? Like, how does it inspire you?
Through every way possible, whether it's through the way I dress or the kind of aesthetic I bring into my music videos, the genre of dances that I bring into my music videos. And what's crazy is I have like the music video life as a singer, but I also have the music that we do in Bollywood movies, which is totally different. It's music that is driven through playback singers, but we perform them as actors. So we're essentially the face of the music, but there are singers who actually sing it. They're not in the video, in the movie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's complicated. I know that here they don't really understand that concept, but that's how Bollywood has been kind of rolling for the last forever. That's our thing. And in 2018, I popped up. That was the time I blew up in 2018 through a song in a movie, which is not a song I sang. Yeah. But I performed it.
In the movie.
Yeah. So that song is called Dilbar, which was the first song to ever have 1 billion views on YouTube.
Wow.
And it was actually the first song to do 24 million in 24 hours.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a record broken at that time. And in the song, I ushered in belly dance. So that was something that I got the opportunity to bring to the table as a new culture, a new aesthetic. And it was a really exciting time because as an artist, you feel like you're bringing something of you to the industry. And people love that. And that gave me the fuel and the fire to bring more aspects of my background to the industry itself. So whether it's like, for example, in 2021 or 2022, I can't remember exactly when, but it was a moment where I was able to convince the label that I was in to usher in Afro music and Afro dance, which wasn't something that India or Bollywood was doing at that time. And, you know, sometimes you get a bit of pushback. Oh, you know, no, it's like people will not understand it here. And I'm like, no, you're underestimating the audience. They will understand it and they will consume it. Let's try it. So they gave us the opportunity to turn a song called Dance Meri Rani, which means Dance My Queen in Hindi, into an Afrobeat song. And then in the music video, I got the chance to do Afro dance and kind of use the Afro aesthetic. And that was my opportunity to bring my North African side to the table in the industry, an industry like Bollywood. So that song exploded. You know, the Afro aesthetic and even the Afro dance became a thing. So right now, if you go to India or if you look at the trends, you would see majority of the dance community dancing Afro. It's the #1 dance genre right now.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It is. And so these are like moments where, for example, I bring my background or I bring these influences that brought me up to an industry that brought me up.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
I love that. It's
Thank
so
you.
powerful. I know I was watching you do your belly dancing in the videos. I'm like, you know, there's one thing I never really properly tried.
You have to.
So I'm used to like winding, you know, but I want to
I know when
like,
you're going to try it.
Yeah, tell me when. Tell me when. I already know what you're going to say because that's definitely when I'm going to try it.
You're going to try it when we do our collab together.
Yes, we are so going to do it.
Because when I was recording,
Yep.
I was envisioning you doing it.
Listen, I'm right there with you because it is going to be the perfect time to do it.
I can't, and I'm so glad you're game because others are like, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah,
but
now we're going to get into it.
you're going to be so hot when you do it.
You're so sweet. Let me just tell you now, I've had my 4 babies, as you know.
I don't care.
So the belly is going to be like,
that's exactly when we need you to belly dance.
Okay.
No, but now I feel like your hips and your belly is ready.
Oh, it's loose.
Yeah, they're like, let's
You need to
go.
be like,
shimmy.
Let's go. I am so excited for this. So now, you know what I'm also excited for? Is this song that I want to play of yours.
Which one?
Because you taught me how to do a little bit of, the routine in 5 minutes in the hotel lobby of the Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas.
You know what's crazy? That video has like almost 40 million views.
No, it's crazy.
insane.
It's insane.
And everywhere I go, like in India or even like in Dubai, they come up to me like, you made Ciara do the sake step? It's insane. How did you convince her? I'm like, she did it in 5 minutes.
Listen,
You know?
I'm telling you, it was like some karate mixed with like dance type stuff. And I'm like, okay, I gotta like do my best.
Karate.
Yeah, because you go back up and you and you come up and then you go back again. You gotta I'm just missing the kick. That's all I'm missing in that.
But it's fine because you know what? I feel like me and you need to create a move that has that similar impact
I
for
think
our
so.
collab. I think that'd be crazy.
It'd be
Belly
fire.
dance mixed with some sake and boom.
I'm right
Global
there with
collab
you.
right there.
I think you're so right. All right, so for this part of the show, it is really fun. We've teamed up with our good friends at Essence Magazine to bring you some fun questions. So
Okay.
let's get into it,
Yes,
okay?
let's do it.
All right, first one. We are both no strangers to being on a global stage. How do you use your platform to represent your culture? Which you've kind of said a good bit of this, but I want to make sure we get all the goods from
Yes.
Nora while she's here. How do you use your platform to represent your culture while connecting with women everywhere?
Mhm. Oh wow, that's a really good question. Well, I would say through the dance, really, because a lot of so here, let me start with the hashtag that I have called #DanceWithNora. So it's a hashtag I created after I realized that people really enjoy watching me dance and perform. And because it was so hard for me to find platforms I could use through my journey, I wanted to create a platform for my fans and for people like me. So when I started #DanceWithNora, I ushered it through social media, and anytime I would drop a song or a movie or anything like that which has me performing, I would launch #DanceWithNora challenge. And that would allow people to create videos dancing on my music or my songs from the movies, mimic my steps, kind of like the sake step or others, and they would put #DanceWithNora. I would go on that hashtag, I would look at all the videos, and I'd start sharing them on my platform. Now, my platform, for example, has 47 million followers, right? And that's all thanks to the audience and the fans. So I essentially allowed that whole space to be theirs whenever I would repost their videos. And that would give them a place to be seen, and it would open doors for them. I didn't realize this essentially in the beginning when I did it, but then slowly I would see that, for example, if I did a concert, let's say in Dubai, or for example, I performed for the World Cup in Qatar, during the FIFA Fan Fest, I launched the #DanceWithNora challenge. People would submit their videos. I would select the best videos, and then they would come and join me on stage.
Oh, I love
And
that.
majority of the people I select are women or girls. They would have an opportunity to be on stage. They would be seen, and a lot of them get big opportunities after that. One of the girls we had when the challenge came on stage with me during my Indian Film Festival performance in Dubai, IFA. And she came on stage. She was one of the winners. She danced. Everybody was so impressed. And she went off to be like one of the biggest female child influencers of India. And she's doing movies now. She's doing TV shows. Another one, I gave her a platform on stage during my concert in Dubai Expo. And she went on to be one of the contestants of one of the biggest dance shows in India. So a lot of the females that join me on this hashtag end up doing great things because they were given a platform. Yeah. And that's something I didn't have at that time. And I kind of want to give it back to the community. So I think the hashtag really does help a lot of women, especially if they dance or they sing. And it's just basically allowing them to be seen.
That's so cool. It's so powerful. I mean, I can totally relate to creating those type of opportunities for people as well. Because, for example, just recently I kicked off this dance competition with this company called Colossal through me and Russell's Why Not You Foundation. And the idea was that, all these dancers would submit their videos in, and the people actually would cheer them on, and they would, kind of go on a path of supporting each individual person. And then all of a sudden you get down to this small group of people that are left, the final contestants, and it comes down to one. And this girl named Lexington won the competition, and she also had her first music video experience because she danced with me in my video called Dance With Me featuring Tyga just recently.
Right, yes.
And that was pretty cool. So
wow.
I can relate to, that type of concept and how amazing, doesn't it feel amazing when you know
it
that
really
you're,
does, because the thing is, Ciara, some people will hear it and be like, oh, it's just a dance, it's just a hashtag, it's just a stage.
Yeah.
But what people fail to understand is that when we were coming up, we would have died to have some sort of opportunity or a platform or a moment to be seen. So these things, we don't take them for granted. And I know a lot of these girls and even younger boys, whenever they get this moment, they come up to me and they go, this means the world.
Yeah.
And I think when you're a dancer or an artist, you understand the value of it more than anything.
So powerful.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So that's awesome. We got to keep it going,
yeah,
right?
It's like we're giving back. And it feels
you're giving back.
so fulfilling.
And to your point, you're creating new opportunity for someone that they may not have gotten the chance to have if they didn't, if you didn't shine the light on them.
But that's what it is.
And I think also too, what you do in that same breath is you now create new opportunity for them. You create a new job opportunity for them.
Sure. Yeah.
And then to your point, people start getting booked. They say they got booked and busy because they got the light shown on them
for sure.
from Nora.
Definitely.
And so that's pretty sweet. So this next question is, I think it's a really cute one. If you could suggest one Bollywood artist for people to listen to, someone who is a Bollywood virgin, who would it be and why?
If you're a Bollywood virgin and you're just trying to figure out what's up, I would say you would listen to Shreya Ghoshal.
Shreya Ghoshal.
Yeah, Shreya is an icon.
Shreya Ghoshal.
Yeah, and Shreya Ghoshal, actually, I just sang a song with her recently, O Mama Tetema.
Oh my gosh.
So she's also on the track. She sings the Hindi part. She's an icon. I promise you, Ciara, you're going to message me in a few days and you're going to be like, wow.
Crazy.
She has the most beautiful voice I've ever heard in my life. She sings some of the most iconic tracks of some of the most iconic movies.
So
Besides
cool.
that, she also sings music singles,
Yeah.
Apart from the movies. But she's someone that she's like a walking autotune.
Wow, because the sound is so
stunning. It's magnificent the way she sings.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that anyone who wants to understand Bollywood music and the culture and the spirit of Bollywood, they would listen to her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She's not in the movies, but she sings some of the most iconic musicals of that genre.
That's
for
so
sure.
good.
Yeah.
You honestly make me want to go listen to her right now.
Trust me, when they told me I'm gonna sing with her in O Mama Tetema,
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I was scared.
Okay.
I was scared because I'm like, I'm not a vocalist. I'm a vibist.
Yeah.
I give the vibes. But she's like a true vocalist. And then, but when you have an opportunity to share a platform with an icon or a legend like that, it really puts a lot of things into perspective. You feel really grateful of the blessings you're getting.
Yeah.
So that for me was a blessing. But definitely you need to check her out.
I'm definitely going to check it out. And what I enjoy about doing this show is that I get to share some of the knowledge that I picked up over the years. But more importantly, I love that I have the opportunity to talk with and learn from some amazing women like yourself. And of course, I love learning about how people are leveling up in their own lives in their own way. So for this next segment, I love to talk to you about leveling up your hustle. And I just have to know, how do you level up your hustle?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. I genuinely think I'm on autopilot when it comes to hustle. I'm constantly hustling and it's never enough. So many people are like, oh, you can chill now. You made it. I'm like, no, the vision gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
The goals get bigger. You always feel like there's something in the horizon. You want to kind of reach it. And you meet more artists that inspire you. You listen to more music that inspires you. And I feel like what I essentially do with my hustle is I get on a flight. That's it. I just get on a flight. Right now, I think I'm a little nomad. So anyone who's like, hey, so where are you based from? I'm just like an airplane at this point.
I'm in the air.
Yeah, I'm in the air because I want to be everywhere. I want to come here. I want to go there. I want to be in every part of the world, wherever I feel like there may be an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I'm not letting anything stop, the ability to grab that opportunity.
I love that.
So many people are like, oh, hey, you're in Dubai right now, or you're in India right now, but if you can get to LA in 24 hours, it might happen. And I'm like, well, I'm at the airport, so I'll see you in 28 hours.
You're like, say less.
Say less. I'll be there in 20 hours or 18 hours. And none of that like intimidates me. I've been in situations like, for example, I think about 2 months ago, I was doing a little tour here. It wasn't like a musical tour, but I was meeting fans and like kind of like a meet and greet tour.
Yeah.
And I did it in a few cities. And at the same time, in between, I had shows in Dubai. So I would be in New York one day, and the next day I'll be in Dubai, and then the day after I'll be in Dallas, and then I'll be again in Dubai, and then I'll be in Atlanta. So nothing stops me as long as the airports are open. That's how I make sure the hustle is ongoing.
The airport's got to stay open.
That's it.
And you tell them, catch you in the air.
That is it. That's it. We're not catching feelings, but we're catching flights.
I like that. We're not catching feelings, but we're catching flights. That's a bar.
That's how I keep the hustle going.
That's bars right there. So on that note, what would you say is a song that motivates you when you're looking to open a new chapter in your career, but when you're on the hustle, all those things combined, what song would you use to motivate you?
I would say the song Level Up by Ciara.
Oh,
definitely.
That was really sweet. I was not expecting that.
I'm not even lying. Like that's the one, because it first of all, it's upbeat, so it gets me going. Yeah, let's go. But then it also reminds me not to settle for less.
It's amazing.
It reminds me to keep going, never to take no for an answer, and never to just allow yourself to be just there. Always look at being up and up and up and up.
Oh, I love that.
That's the song. I'm not saying that because it's you, but
that is
it's
really
the truth.
sweet.
Really,
I was not expecting that.
For sure, definitely.
And I really appreciate that. But this part of the show is very close to my heart. Russell and I, we have our Why Not You Foundation, and we're really big on empowering the youth to lead with the Why Not You attitude. But most importantly, we just want people to dream,
right? But
also to tap into their inner why not you mentality, right? Because I feel like no matter how much success you have, even still, when you reach high places, you're going to face challenges.
For sure, yeah.
And you have to still tap into your why not you mentality. And so, we also think about when we were little kids, dreaming so big, didn't have much, but again, we had the dream and we had the why not you mentality. So, we just want to keep pouring into the youth, empowering the youth to lead with the why not you attitude. And so in the spirit of why not you, I want to know, what is one piece of generational wisdom that you would hope to pass down to someone someday? And maybe it's an important lesson that was passed on to you.
Yeah, actually, there is some good wisdom I could share. One which really, really got me through the last 10 years of my journey. And, the journey involves a lot of ups and downs, as you would know. It's pretty much a roller coaster. And one thing I would leave with is your intention. And in Hindi, we say niyat. And also in Arabic, it's niya, your niya, And that is really important, because whatever you do in life, whether it's what we do in our field or any field, any genre in life, if you lead with pure intentions, you're going to get what you want in the end of the day. I think no matter what we do, if the intention is pure and right, the results are going to be positive.
Yeah.
And you're always going to touch somebody's life or have a positive impact on someone's life. And I think that's kind of essentially why we do what we do. And I think anything more than that, like self-belief and all of that is great. And I always advocate for self-belief, but intention is so important. I have seen so many people who do massive, great things in life, but their intentions was not pure, and their fall is catastrophe. It's chaotic. So lead with pure and positive intention.
I love that. I think that's so powerful. I think in life you get what you give. You know,
sure.
if you put the good vibes in the universe, I'm a big believer that you're going to most likely receive the good vibes back.
100%.
And I love that. That's one of my favorite words I love using. Sometimes I just kind of land on a word that really stands out to me. And I'm like, it's kind of a mantra I'm living by. And I think the word intentional, to your point, that is something that's really, that really stands out to me. And I think that you really do have to be intentional with good intentions, 100%. To your point.
Like if I learn anything in my whole career is that if your intentions are good and pure, the doors will open.
Oh my gosh.
And if a door closes, another one will open.
Yes.
God has your back. 100%.
Has your back. I always say that no one can close the door that God has opened for you.
Never.
So I love that. We have to high five on that.
Thank you. I love that. Yes.
Cool. I love that. I love that. I am so, so grateful for my girl, Nora, for you joining me, Nora. This has been beyond fantastic. So beautiful. I was so excited. The team will tell you. We were playing your music before we came in.
I got goosebumps.
Yeah, we were playing your videos.
Thank you.
I've loved getting to know you as a friend. I really respect your hustle.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling me. This is a big deal for me. I know my fans are going to be obsessing over this. My fans in Morocco and India, all my South Asian fans, they love you. They love the fact that we've come together. It's really a moment in pop culture for us, for sure. And, you inspire me more than you ever would understand, to be honest. Yeah. So it's a big one for me. And, thank you for having me.
No, seriously, I'm so grateful beyond. And I'm also excited for our collaboration that's going to be coming out.
Oh my God, it's going to be fire.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. It is going to be fire. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
It's going to be super fire.
For
it's
sure.
going to be starting something. Thanks for coming.
I love you.
I love you.